right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used. Honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Hey, check back 39. Check back 39. I'm on top.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're running, Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson now. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Buying time to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw him. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Go, go.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
You ain't going nowhere.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Pilot, 64, reach. Check, 48, come on.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Recon, 152 fighter. Black. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. 48.
From the 24, Cousins. He's going to go up top. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game
and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Everson Griffin able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
X3, 218, chop.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
6-6, pull it high. Good route here. Buzz. 48 to Mike. Here we go. Watch your distance. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Brings up 3rd and
10. Hey, wahoo!
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
And this will be caught at the 30. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down again. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That's good for 28 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Oh boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Hey, Can! Yellow! Hey, dude!
On 2nd down, Cousins again. He's going to walk one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, Steeler!
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Hey, Haywood! We two jet bombers.
Cousins again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
He wasn't ready.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Game
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 48 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Jackson, and this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were looking for Johnson that time.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
4 yards and the pickup. Brings up second and 11.
Wait, you're all alone.
19-yard line.
48 right now. Let's go. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. First. Bravo.
On second and 11 now. Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Hey, echo.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Bring up 48. 300. Hey, Steve 6. Let's go. You remember me? What's that? 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, we're good. Here I come again.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 17-10 score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
He's checking. Hey, alert three.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Whoosh. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Protein spill.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Hey, high 7.
On third down, Cousins. And a throw right sideline is complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Muhammad. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Muhammad. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, check Mike.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They start the drive with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back